Okay, all right. Welcome again to my channel. This is J.O.S. Travel abroad. I want to say a big thank you to those of you that have really been following me on this channel. I'm actually doing this video again. If you remember, that is this particular video I did here. All I was talking about those that would likely get job easily in Malta. And I remember while I was doing it, there's a construction going behind me. Fortunately, one way or the other, they've completed some part of the building and it's been launched. It is, you must have seen it on YouTube from some of these YouTubers showing the place, what the name is, the shoreline. They've opened, I think it's a massive, a big, what do I call it? Try say, just more of, things like, what do I call it? What do I call it? I won't say supermarket. It's shopping mall. Shopping mall. Okay. They've opened some section of the building. It's a shopping mall, and you must have seen it online among those YouTubers, displaying that at the back of their screen, showing their visits to the place, the shoreline. And so I think there's less of noise now because there seems not to be construction going on for now, but it's not been fully completed. There are some bigger parts that probably remain for other offices, but that's not what I'm here. I just want to let you know that I came back to this place to do this video, and that's one of my unleading video. But before I continue with what I want to say, let me quickly say welcome to my channel. Really, for the fact that there is less of noise, I believe there should be an interesting background. The video will be hopefully according to how I expect it to be. From the title, you know what I'm about to discuss. I just want to quickly give you one or two, let's say, response to questions I've been getting for those of you that have been following me. I want to just start answering those questions and probably giving a little bit of an explanation or illustrations for a clear picture of what the possible answers to those questions are. So without wasting much time, I'll be reading them from the book because I wrote them down. I actually thought I'd be able to do something like 10 question and answer, which is frequently asked question, but it's for what I have here is more than 10. Maybe after this one, I'll see how it goes, and I might just come up with the continuation because I still have more of this question coming in, and I don't think I wrote everything down. So maybe let me see how this one will turn out. Then I would continue from there. Okay, looking at it, the first question I have here is, can my 16 years old get admission? Sure. My 16 years old should be able to get an admission to come study in Malta. For the fact that there's one common thing that is trending now, particularly with the schools I am. It seems there have been some kind of refusal recently, and so schools they've tried to adjust, amend how they respond to applications. What's happening these days is that schools are making sure that any admissions they give out are for those who are really, worthy of it. Not every other person is not worthy. Those that they believe will stand the chance of getting visa approval because of the level of visa refusal recently. So yes, the 16 years old can actually get admissions, and a person can probably come along with, since he or she is not up to 18, one of the parents eventually can come along as a guardian in case. That would be more like on a visitor visa. The question number 2 here says, are there jobs in Malta? This is very interesting one, and this particularly one of the key reasons why I'm doing this video. Are there jobs in Malta? I will tell you for a fact, I did a video that I believe will be uploaded shortly. I did a video talking about when and what's the best time to get a job in Malta. I will not, there's no need to start, painting it blue or red or whatever color. Let's just say it the way it is. There are jobs in Malta. I mentioned that towards the ending of that video. And particularly, if you check the statistics now, Malta happens to be one of the leading in terms of the lowest unemployment rate in Europe. Now, the reason why there are jobs is the fact that it's a touristic place, like it's with its tourist attractions. So almost because of the lovely weather as well, like the surrounding the Europeans and even in UK is an island. Most times, whenever there is this um, summer, they love visiting the place just to enjoy the lovely sunny weather, stay by the beach, and because it's surrounded by water, there's a lot of visitations, and so people are doing a lot of hotels, bar, restaurants, and all those stuffs coming. So it is easy for you to get jobs in the hospitality sector. Know one thing: if you can actually express yourself and you have some experience related to these things, you would get job. And I give a hint on that video. Let me quickly drop it again. It's easier to get jobs during this summer when there is no thing like winter and all those stuff, because during the winter it's like most of these job companies go on break, so there are jobs in Malta. Question number 3 is, which is the best course to do that has a high demand? And I do not have to probably start, pinpointing specifically what I believe. Everybody know globally now that IT is trending, and the reason why that is, everyone is going digital. There's digitalizations of almost everything now. So IT, we know, is key. But Malta seems not to have too much of those industry in terms of IT company. While I still believe IT would have one say is that um, even if you have companies like all these hospitality business, hotels and all the stuff, they will still need IT personnel that will be in charge of the machineries. So IT will trend. It's a good one. But the common one is if you find yourself around the hospitality core role, chef, with all these having skills in hotel management and all those stuff, being a good cook and all those stuff. So if you maybe learn how to do all those things, I believe those one will really trend. And administrative as well will trend. Imagine you learning something that has to do with hospitality, and because you have a qualifications and your work experience, having the background of that, it might be easy for you to get a supervisor or managing role. So it's just find anything around the hospitality, and key thing, accounting and finance too. It's a very strong core job. So engineering, yeah, since there are a lot of constructions, there are good possibilities of this engineer. But the thing is, let me quickly chip in this. People with all these kind of skills that are in connection with constructions, anything that has to do with AC, plumbing, electrical, and all those things, they will really go well. I think they are scarce. People are not really looking into that aspect. So it will be easier getting roles faster in those places. Since there are buildings going on, people are just looking for all the specialties. These people that specialize in those roles. So please take note of that. Number 4, sorry, I think maybe I'm spending more time explaining these things. Do I have to pay a full tuition fees? Now, thank God for this question. I wrote it some time back, but now it's actually key. It's becoming really, really important based on the development and the visa refusal. Now, there is a new policy that just came in last week or two from Identita Malta. It is now kind of compulsory to pay full tuition fee. That is, if you are coming from an undergraduate of 3 years, expect to pay 1 year tuition fee before you can even get any document to process your visa. If you're coming for a master's of 18 months, expect to pay tuition fee in the range of about 9K or so. For postgraduate of 1 year, expect to pay full tuition fee. So just know all that now. It is now kind of mandatory before you can even proceed to visa stage. Can I do a different program from my BSc? Sure, I'm very more aware of someone who is doing that currently. She studies agriculture and something, and one studies computer science and all those stuff. They are both in marketing now in my school, and they are my roommates, so I know for sure. You can probably have a BSc on the programs in another program, and then come for a master's in another program. It's possible. In fact, I got admission for someone about 2 weeks ago, a computer science class, who is coming now for a top up a master's program in management. So it's possible. Can I travel with my family on a study permit? No. The answer is outrightly no. You cannot come with your family during school. Once you're done with schools, you've converted, you're on a work permit, and a couple of months after, 2, 3 months, your family will reunite with you on a family reunion. So you cannot come while you're studying. Maybe I should say this briefly. I don't know whether it's due to say or not, but let me just chip in. There used to be the stories of conversion that when it gets to Malta, you can easily convert from your study to work permit. I think one way or the other, I believe due to these recent refusals and same fact that a lot of people are not actually coming with the aim of studying, that increased the reasons of refusal. I believe there have been some kind of adjustment. You cannot convert easily now with just getting a letter or whatever from your schools to convert. I think now it's somehow important that you must show a letter of completion, at least that you complete a degree. So unfortunately, or what we're doing, if you're coming for a 3 years program or whatever, I think it will be ideal maybe if you just, even if it's 1 year, show a qualification that you actually complete a program, so they will see the grades and they will see the fact that you attended that school before they can then convert to work permit. So take note of that. But based on that question, you can come to family on a study permit. Can I get admission with my HND for master's program? If it is for master's program, I don't think you can get admission to masters directly with HND. No, you cannot get admissions to masters directly, but you can be given an admissions on what is called a top-up program, like a postgraduate program. So yes, your HND can go for a postgraduate program. Just take note of that. And question number 8. What is the cost estimate to study in Malta? Now, it's easy. Convert that in your exchange in your current, convert it to your currencies based on the black market rate, or how you can source for your euro. I'll give you estimates now. For common, affordable undergraduates, from what I know, if you want to actually apply getting visa in, you'll be looking at 5,500 for undergraduate program, and from 5,500, 6,000 to 8,500 on the price, depends on the program. And postgraduate, the cheapest I have seen is like about 7,100 to 8,000 for postgraduate, and 9,000 to about 12,000 for masters. So that is the cost estimate. Once you have that in mind you, while they are giving you that figure, they would also add maybe the visa fee, 150 euro. I'm using Nigeria as a case study now. It will be added to the invoice that would be given to you once you got an admission. 150 euro as visa fee, and then 175 euros for documentation, visa support document. Now, this is using Global College as a case study. So let's just use this to generate an estimate. Adding those together with the tuition fees or whatever, I think in the case of Global College, that 7,000 something I mentioned and the 9,000, those fees are included. So once you have that in mind, you're not paying visa fees, supporting documents, you'll be looking at whatever you will spend on your own in cost of processing, maybe the general logistics from your own side. So use that holistically to decide the estimate cost. What is it in equivalent of your currency? So that's what I stop for that. And if I go to question number 9, can I work while I study in Malta? Of course, yes, you can. Just like every other countries in the world, every international students, um, every international student is allowed to work 20 hours per week during school sections and full time during break. That's how it is also for Malta. So you can work while you're studying. Just make sure that once you get a job, please follow the rules. As soon as you get a job, the company is employing on a part time, tell them to register you with their job plus. So on part time, so you will not be disturbed by job loss. I will jump these other questions. I don't think I need to start saying them. When people say, are the Maltese friendly people? And generally, it is believed they are friendly. Actually, they are at one form or the other, they are. But I will not go too into details about maybe in correlation with people. The way Nigerians kind of, to some of them, I think they are afraid of um, with endurance somehow, maybe based on what some of them grew up to hear about or see on social media about. Also, they could be very careful while dealing with some, but it doesn't mean that's all I can say. Can you use your Nigerian account for your resident permit? Of course, yes, you can. You can use your Nigeria account for applying for your resident permit. It is what I used. What you just have to do is to have that equivalent of the euro. I think it's about 4,000 something. If you're not holding a school fees balance, 4,100 thereabout. Have the equivalent of it, and make sure your bank also get your reference letter from the bank. Add those on together. I think that reference I used to kind of make them get convinced that the account actually belongs to you. So you can use your Nigeria account when you get here. And if you have a foreign account too, you can to apply for your resident card. The number 12 is, can I get a carer jobs in Malta? You can get a carer job in Malta, but Malta is being a small country, do not really have larger percentage of those kind of jobs because they are just about hospitality, hotel, waiter, bar, everything. But the thing about them on the carer job is that they focused on ensuring you have the certificate that qualified you as a carer. And people that enjoy this part mostly are the Filipinos who are always doing this programming before they get here. So if you can prove you are qualified with that certificate as a carer, you can get a carer job in Malta. What are the jobs available for females? Yeah, someone asked me this question. I quickly chipped in on the list of questions and answer. There are jobs available for females. At least you know that females can cook. Some of them are also learn that as a profession. So there are chef jobs for females. Mostly, if you look at it, 80% of the times they prefer to take females as waiter and waitress in the restaurants than the male, the kind of attraction. So for frontline offices, it is easily kind of females take those roles more. Receptionists, front office attendants, and particularly sales attendants and all those stuff. They are mostly female take those roles like they chance the guys while doing for those. So those are more available jobs. And you say female can do other thing. Funny enough, I've seen a female Uber rider, and there are other jobs that a female can do. Managerial positions are there. At the end of females in accounting roles, public administration. But if you think of the common job, is like the one you do. Yeah, waitress, room. Yes, someone vacancy for one of my roommates is trying to attend apply. They were asking, looking for they are looking for, I wouldn't say maybe no longer now, they were looking for a female house help, like housekeeper in terms of hotel housekeeper, cleaning, and then there are other living carer, domestic helpers, all those stuff. So females have those jobs too. And how do I go about my accommodation? Yeah, going about your accommodation in Malta, I think I did a video about accommodations where I talked about the first thing to do is a place like this hotel in form of hostel, Marco Polo. Try to book those places online while you're applying for your admissions. Get a confirmations of bookings to apply for your visa. So once you have, even if you get your visas, you come in with a short letter like that for a couple of 3, 4, 5 days. So then go straight into the pattern I explained in other videos about using Facebook and other sites. So try to watch that videos about accommodation. But once you get in, after using that short letter, you can get a referral. You can go through Facebook Marketplace and some of these sites where you can also search for accommodation. Do I have to pay for 6 months accommodation ahead? No, you do not have to pay for 6 months accommodation ahead. All right. All you just have to do is make sure the accommodation is coming with a contract, which is letting agreement and authority. The landlord, after agreeing to give you the place, there will be a contract agreement with you and the landlord, which will specify that it's for a minimum of 6 month contract or 1 year contract. That's what they mean. So for that 6 month contract doesn't mean you have to pay for the whole 6 months. It's just an agreement between you and the landlord where you would only have to pay for 1 month and 1 month deposit as maybe collateral. So that's the only thing you're paying. You pay 1 month rent and 1 month deposit. If it's not coming directly from the landlord, the agent will definitely ask you for an agent fee. So this is where I'll stop for now. So this thing won't go more than I expected. I think the video should be around 20 minutes. Please, sorry for the length. I'll stop here for now, and until we meet in my next video, I'll say bye.